It's weird. I don't know about this. Am I supposed to drag it or just pat it? Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elaina. I'm a Russian American beauty and makeup addict. I love buying and reviewing all inexpensive affordable makeup from AliExpress, Amazon, drugstore, dollar store, you name it. I'll be a guinea pig and I'll pass the savings to you guys. So in this video, I'm going to do something a little different, and one of the videos will review something a little more expensive, but just because I'm a big fan of, we're going to be reviewing the Blendiful. And yes, I drank Tati Beauty Kool-Aid and I bought a sponge just because I had to. After her video, watching it, I was sold. It was like drool fest. So this is going to be also a giveaway video. You're going to get yourself a set of your own Blendiful, still in the package. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. The rules for the giveaway are going to be at the end of this video. So subscribe to my channel. I upload every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 11 AM Pacific time. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it and leave me a comment below. Let's get right to this review. So here we are again, testing yet another Tati Westbrook's product. I feel like I drank Tati's Kool-Aid or something. But anyway, I could not resist. I wanted to try the next product. I was very excited. I've got to be honest, when she said there was a sponge on Thursday, I was like, ugh, really? I was disappointed. And then the more I watched the video, the more I was like, well, it looks like it could be good, because I always worry about product being sucked into the sponge, although I do use Juno. And we're going to test it today exact that way. I'm going to use Juno on my left side and Tati's product on my right. I have not opened it yet. You're going to witness me opening, tearing the packet. So I got all my makeup on. I've got Tati Beauty in my eyes, of course. I mean, have to. And here's the Blendiful. It feels very lightweight. It feels exactly like Halo Beauty packet, the one I just unsubscribed from. Anyway, if you want to know what I think about Halo Beauty for my skin, just personally, I'm going to link up here my last video. It didn't work for me, but again, everybody's different. But here it is. Let's open it. Oh, by the way, it arrived in like next day. Opens easy, no problems. Oh, here's a mini. Came out first. So cute, the heart shaped. Yeah, finger goes right under. So she says this was like a touch-up tool for like a on-go. So you put it in your makeup bag, in the purse. I can see that. It kind of like kind of velvety, blushy. See? Has Tati Beauty here in the back. Yeah, the shipping was extremely fast. When a palette came out, it was sold out. And I think like they're trying to scramble. And it took like a little bit. With this product, I ordered right away on Friday and arrived on Saturday. I'm like, seriously? Well, I'm in LA, so it's the same city, but still, I'm shocked how fast it was. And here's a big one. Very lightweight again. Very soft. Kind of very simple, you know, like if I were inventing a product and I had my own makeup line, I would totally come up with something like this, because this is my biggest pet peeve. The makeup sponge is eating my foundation. That's why I use Juno. So we're gonna see how this works against Juno. I like the size. It's pretty large, see? Here's Tati Beauty. Yeah, it's pretty good. So she says you can use this with your primer, and I'm using e.l.f. Poreless Body Primer, since she says for pore filling primers. I don't have very large pores, not to brag, but I just don't. So anyway, it's always nice to see and have a smooth skin. So I guess I'm just gonna plop a couple of pieces on my face and then try to use the sponge. And I think I'm gonna use my fingers on the side I'm gonna use Tati Beauty on the other side because I want to have one side different from the other. So let's do Tati Beauty. I'll just go for it. I don't know, it's fabric and I feel like my fingers do a better job, honestly, with that product because it took away uh, the primer. Like I put a lot, and I feel like this side gets covered better than the other. Yeah, definitely. Like the primer goes a longer way. I just put it on my eye with my finger here. It does eats the primer, you know. I would feel my fingers still do a best job. So So one thing I did not like, but maybe I'm wrong, so maybe a user error. So now I'm going to use a foundation I like to use and she likes to use, and it seems like it's a big consensus. Everybody likes it. It's L'Oreal 24-hour fresh wear in volleyball, and my color is 455. So let's try this again. On this side, I'm gonna use Tati Beauty Blendiful. Let me zoom in. And on this side, I'm going to use my regular Juno sponge, slightly damp. And this one does not suck in product. So let's try Tati Beauty first. I'm just gonna use a little bit of a pump, maybe not even a full pump. This foundation goes a long way. So I don't know, I think she said you can bend it, so like this, right? So try pick up a little bit. It does distribute pretty evenly. She should have made a video of, with her applying the product and not just talking about it. So use a little more. I kind of was expecting something like, wow, groundbreaking. First of all, I think it's good for mattifying skin because it's very dry, there is no water, but it does kind of, you see, foundation went in there and it kind of didn't want to come out. It looks like my face looks more matte than usual. Let me zoom in. It's weird, I don't know about this. Am I supposed to drag it? Or just pat it? Well, I mean, it worked. So now let's see, I'll put the same amount. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I'll put the same amount for the other side and I'll use my regular Juno sponge. So the same thing, the full pump. And I'll dunk the sponge just like I did with Tati Beauty. Yeah, let's go in. Seems like Juno sponge makes the foundation go a longer way. I'm shocked, and not in a good way. Okay, let's zoom in and assess the situation. So here's the Juno sponge and here's Tati Beauty. So what I'm looking at, I see some spots here, like a sunspots. Just a regular discoloration, which is normal. But this foundation usually covers very well. And kind of looks very dry on this side. I see like a little streaks or something. On this side, however, I see more coverage. I'm so used to loving everything Tati Beauty, Tati Westbrook produces. Let me add just a little more to this one and try on the other side just to kind of add the coverage. Like in the buffing motion, right? I think she said that, buffing motion. I mean, it applies, it's okay, but I feel like I like the way June applies better. Let's try concealer and see how that goes. Because I like the way it has all these corners, so you can really get into that corner of the eye, which with this sponge is almost as possible. I always use a little tiny eco tool, whatever you call it. So let's grab L'Oreal concealer, and this is one of my favorite concealers as well. So let's see. Put a little bit on each side. My dark deep circles. Just a little bit, just to test the under eyes. Let's see. So I'm gonna go in with a sharp corner and I'm gonna fold it like this. I think that's what you're supposed to do, and try to get in there. It really gets into that corner, which I like because I have deep set eyes, so that works. It worked. let's see how the other side works. I'm just gonna use my regular sponge because this is the one that fits well in that inner corner. I applied concealer lightly. I think I could use a little more, but here it is. That's Tati Beauty Blendiful, and that's just a regular sponge. I think I could use just a little more concealer. But overall, I think it did pretty good for inner corner. I kind of got glitter here, but that's my own fault because I already had glitter. So let's try to put just a little more concealer and see how it goes. Usually I don't apply a lot of concealer in the spots, but for the sake of the video, let's see. So use this sponge here. So here I brighten up my forehead, and now I'm going to go with Tati Beauty Blendiful and trying to buff it in, I guess circles maybe. Alright, for concealer I think it works okay. For foundation, I don't know. So I have this kind of weird line here that is her Blendiful did not want to get in there. But again, it's my eye shape, it's very, very deep. So it's kind of like, I'll just fix it with a sponge. So here we got Tati Beauty concealer. And here we got concealer from just a regular sponge. Honestly, I just don't see any difference. The only difference I see with Tati Beauty Blendiful, it kind of has a little dots here. The concealer, it kind of like when you blend it, it became a little crumbled. So here is the traces of foundation and the concealer. So let's try. I'm not going to cream contour because I usually don't cream contour, and I have a feeling it's just gonna turn into some SHIT show if I try to cream contour anyway. So let's try to pat powder with this thing, and I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me in a light fair. So let's try to do powder on the clean side and the other side, and I'll put just in a small corner here. Right, so I'll use that to buff under my eye. I don't do baking, so I kind of just lightly apply. Okay, so for the powder, I think this is the best. So I'm just gonna use the same sponge that I used for my foundation, the Juno. And I'll put a little bit here. So let's try to powder the rest of this side with the same. See, I like that. This is good. This is really easy and applies powder extremely well. So we'll do the other side with a sponge. Alright, so here's the set face. Tati Beauty Blendiful. If you see any glitter, this is my fault. That's not her sponge. I just spread glitter by accident down here. But other than that, I mean, now that I powdered, they look the same almost. So she says to use this for the highlighter as well. That I'm going to try, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna work because it's a powder highlighter and most likely it's gonna really do a good job. So let me contour off camera and I'll be back to try this with a highlighter. So I bronzed up the face a little bit and added a little bit of a contour, just the NYX palette, this one. So now I'm going to start with highlighter, and we're going to use this on this side as usual and the brush on the other side. So let's go with my current favorite, Pacalure Glow, which is like Geo Gold. They can't spell it correctly, but that's a whole different story. So let's dig in, and I'm going to use maybe a cleaner side. So we're gonna go in. See, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. What I would use it for primarily is powders. Also, I feel like with the foundation and the primer, I think I'm very dry. And with this kind of product, it's probably good for oily skin because as you apply it, it kind of absorbs the oils. That's why I felt like it wasn't applying well enough because I'm so dry. So as I'm applying, I'm making myself more dry while the sponge is a little moist, so it kind of applies better. So I think it's because of my dry skin also. So if you guys are oily, you're probably going to like it better. I love applying highlighter though. The highlighter is really easy to apply. And you can apply it a little more subtle, instead of the regular, like really, really stripy. Let me try to pull it down my nose, because why not? And I'm gonna point it really, really, really in a small point. Alright, maybe brush is easier for the nose because it's a little bit much. But you can tone it down with the same sponge really easy. I kind of like this. I like this a lot. For the powders, it works wonders. I love that. So let's do the regular brush on the other side. And I know how this applies. That applies wonderfully. My favorite highlighter. One of them. Yeah, I would say it's as good as the brush. Maybe even better. Because I like the way it's easy to pick up and it's kind of bigger. You can like buff it to make it more subtle if you want, or if you can want to press it real hard, it's gonna be more bright. So yeah, it did a good job. And why not try it with a blush as well? Blush is a powder, so why not? So I'm going to use Milani, and that's one of my current favorites. I like Luminoso. It has a little bit of shine to it. So I'm just gonna use one of the clean yet corners, the one I did. Ooh, it picks up. Look at that. It really picked it up. I think I overkilled it right now. I gotta go careful. Wow, it really picks it up. You see, I love that. I love that. So this is great, great for powders. It blends powders like nobody's business. I love it. I kind of like this better than brush, honestly. I could probably powder contour with this as well. I might add some more contour just to test it. So, and the other side I'm gonna go with the brush. Yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice on both sides, but this side was easier to apply. So I'll try to get her points back. The powder's a real nice job. So let me try to use a little bit of this contouring palette, and just for the hell of it, I'm gonna use this pointy side, and I'm gonna dip the one I didn't use for the highlight yet, if I remember. This one, I think this one is clean. So I'm gonna dig in into like a lighter shade of contouring, and we'll see how the powder contour works, as if I need it now. We'll see. You know what? It works. It works real well. You can apply it and you can kind of tone it down immediately if you just buff it. And let me try to go up in my hairline and kind of flick it up. You know what? This is great for applying contour, even powder contour, because I don't like cream, but powder, you can really easily apply some powder contour. Add some extra if you want. So what I also feel like this could be good for, tone it down. Like if I feel like I put a little too much bronzer or contour, I can go into a light powder and kind of tone it down easy. And it's quicker than taking a big brush and try to brush it off. This is gonna be way easier. So I'm kind of starting to love this just for the powder. I feel like it's a little too pricey just to be a powder puff, but it works for contour, it works for highlighter, it works for powder and blush, so you can do all kind of things. But the creams, the liquids, no, I don't like it. But other than that, it's a real good puff. So let me finish my lips and I'll be back with my final. So here we are. I finished the application of my makeup, just the lips, and I sprayed my face with a setting spray. So here are the results. Let's zoom in. Okay, so it started really rough and I thought it was complete shitsies, but it actually turned out well. I kind of like switched 180 from hating this in the beginning to really loving this for powders. Ooh, almost lost it. So for powders, I love it. So let me actually try this small thing. She says this is good for touch-ups, like if you makeup fall into a line, kind of press it in. So let's try this. Like I have a little bit of line here, so let's put it in. Oh, this is really good. Oh, this works real well. Exactly as advertised. Like a little lines, you know, you have a little imperfections in your go. It works exactly how she said it. So that I like it. So let me zoom out. So what my final thoughts are, I think this is a very versatile product for all the powders I have. I love a setting powder. I love, I mean, you can bake. I just don't like to bake because my skin is dry. But you can apply all your highlighters, your bronzers, your contour, and the blush. You can literally use this instead of brushes. To me, that was really easy. Like any touch up to this, it's like perfection. But for the cream, for the foundation, I think first of all, this is a liquid foundation, and this one is kind of a like a more of a matte side. It doesn't dry me out, although I'm dry. But I think when you use something like this that's completely dry and try to use like liquid matte-ish foundation, it just makes things more dry. So when I apply this on a sponge, it kind of dried my skin. It took any oils I had my skin, it took it out. Any moisture I had, it took it out. That's why it didn't really look good because I'm so dry. I need moisture. So for me, a slightly damp sponge actually works wonders. It doesn't remove my moisture or my moisturizer. Like if I put moisturizer before the foundation, this kind of thing doesn't remove it. It makes it look more glowy. With this, it made me look so dry and so bad. So actually, I mean, it was that bad, but you know what I mean. It kind of like took away coverage and made me look dry. So I think it could be good for creamy and kind of cream, dewy foundations. I should try this with my Makeup Revolution Hydrate and Conceal and Hydrate. That might be good. So I'll probably do another trial with this one with the liquid dew foundation. This might go well, but for oily skin, I think this is great. And like Tati was saying, it can really mattify your pores. That for sure. But for me, it's like the opposite. I don't want to be too matte because I'm already dry, so I don't need that. But for powders, this is excellent. So this comes to the last part of this video. Since I decided when I was buying one for me, I thought I was gonna buy for you guys. And in the beginning of this video, I thought I'm like, oh no, I'm not giving this SHIT away. But it's not very bad. So for $18, two of these sponges, I mean, it is groundbreaking. Probably not, but it works real well. Maybe it's a little overpriced, but for me, it's good quality. I probably wouldn't buy it if it wasn't Teddy, but I mean, I'm a big fan, so I ate it up. And I'm going to use it. So I've got one for you guys. So there it is, unopened, and I showed you how it worked for me. Most likely it'll work better once I learn how to use it correctly, but I find it's very, very useful. So here are the rules for the giveaway. The giveaway is going to be like the last time for US residents. You must be over 13 years old. You must be subscribed to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm going to contact you. You must like this video, comment, and leave your IG handle because I'm going to contact you on IG. I'm going to DM you when you win. Please respond after you win. You must respond within 3 days or I'll have to pick another winner. The winning comment will be chosen by a random comment picker as usual. So the contest runs between today, Monday the 13th, and next Monday the 20th of January. So all the rules are going to be in the description box, so you can look down for the full, very, very detailed rules. It's very simple. comment, subscribe, and leave your IG handle. So good luck, everybody. Sorry, I'm still not doing this internationally. I'm going to do this when my channel grows over 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal. So for this one, I hope somebody's going to be excited. It will work well for you, and I'm going to learn more how to use it better. So I know I'm going to love this even better next time. So this is it for today. Good luck to everybody participating. I love to give back to my subscribers. I don't have a huge base, so hopefully it will grow and you'll get something back from me. So again, good luck everyone. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 AM Pacific time. Leave me a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Good luck, and thank you for watching. Bye!